boy.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to the show. I'm going to play this clip, and this is me. If you've noticed recently, right, I have been quiet on Twitter, and I have been quiet on the YouTube channel. Even when I do a video, I have been respectful. I have tried to keep it football. I have tried my utmost best. Let me just play this video.
Because I am trying. Whether anybody wants to believe it or not, I am trying so hard not to be that guy anymore.
That's me. That's me. Because people told me that I was giving too much smoke. So I stopped doing videos that was giving too much smoke. So I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to be civil. But no, tonight, my limit has reached. These Arsenal fans have gone to a level that they are taking advantage they're taking advantage of the kindness. Let me drop something. In Africa we say, let me read it for you. He that beats the drum for the madman to dance is not better than the madman himself. I say this again. In Africa we say, he that beats the drum for the madman to dance is not better than the madman himself. Why am I saying this? City, let me have a drink first, because we're going to be cooking tonight. We're going to be cooking. Man City decided to give 2 players to Arsenal. This dusted club called Arsenal Football Club was in the mud. They were in the trenches. They were struggling. They had nothing. These guys were a comedy club. We were laughing at them. These guys were, if you have a baby in the house and the baby is crying, or you have got people in the house and they're trying to laugh, you used to switch on Arsenal playing football against maybe United. Arsenal were a clown club. We used to watch AFTV. FTV made money off us laughing out of Arsenal. So Arsenal were dusted, first of all. Comedy club, delusional fans, nobody cared about them. But comes Man City, we became a charitable organization to them. I get it. We owe them. We owe them a bit because Samuel Nasri came from Arsenal. I'm gonna keep this. You keep reading this as I'm speaking. Samuel Nasri came from Arsenal. Clinchi came from Arsenal. We were Adebayo was from Arsenal, so we owed them something. So I think the club felt guilty and they felt sorry for them. Their greatest manager, Arteta. I know some of you guys will get touchy because the greatest man. No, I'm saying this again. The greatest manager or the greatest football they've ever seen in their lives from Arteta came from Man City. We trained him. They brought him to our club. We trained him. What I'm trying to say is the title of this is Why I Don't Fear Arsenal. But I'm trying to give you a backstory. I'm trying to give you the reason why I have come back to being a villain. I was behaving myself. I had a Saturday off. I went for a drive. The sun was out. I was enjoying a bit of coffee, tea, biscuits, watching a bit of TV. I was playing the new FIFA, but I was watching a few channels. Right now, I was watching Stuffy TV. Big up to Stuffy, my man. I was watching Hamza on Sophia's channel. Big up to Sophia, my sister. I was watching people doing Arsenal versus City. How dare you, Arsenal fans, do combined 11s with 8 Arsenal players. I repeat, let me read this. Wenger ball was better than Teta ball. What are you talking about? I don't know who Wenger is, man. Not in 2023. So hold that. I'm joking. I know who Wenger is. Let's keep going. What the audacity, the nerve from these Arsenal fans to put 8 players from their team in a combined 11 with Man City. I get it. Man City has got injured players, but you're not telling me that 8 of your players are getting into this Man City team. So this is how I've ended here. Let me repeat again. The backstory is Man City decided to become charitable to a comedy club. We gave them Zinchenko for 40 million. Thank you very much, Arsenal. We gave them Jesus for 45 million. And then these 2 players with the winning mentality for Man City went to this dead club and inspired their dead players. And these dead players became something else. Not world class, not good, but they just became a spirited team. Now, we trained Arteta. Oh, his hero is Pep Guardiola. He says it openly. And then he got the tactic book from Pep and went to Arsenal. He formed a team. Now, this is what we did. It's as if City created their own villain. This is what we did as Man City. We created our own opposition. I think we were so bored in the league. Pep decided to create a B-Tech version of himself or a cheap-ass copy of himself called Arteta to fight him in the league. Now, let me not lie here as a City fan. I respect what Arteta did last season. I respect what Arteta is doing at Arsenal. But Arsenal fans, I don't respect Arsenal fans. Why don't I respect Arsenal fans? Number one, delusion. If your players are good enough, if Saliba is better than Ruben Diaz, if Gabriel is better than Akanji, John Stones, and Ake, if Bamsdale or Ramsdale is better than Edison, why is Ramsdale holding the bench to the new keeper if he's better? Okay, let me continue. Zinchenko apparently is the best left back in the league, better than Ake. I'm just saying that according to Arsenal fans. Let's continue on delusion from Arsenal fans. You told us last season that Partey was the best CDM. Now you're saying Rice is the best CDM. Okay, we are accepting. We are going. Let me just expose your delusion. Same Arsenal fans told us that Jesus is going to outscore Haaland. What happened? Arsenal fans tell us that Saka is the best youngster in the world. These same Arsenal fans, they told us that Odegaard is better than De Bruyne. Yes. Now, we listened to all this, yet you still bottled the league last season. You still held the L. Because to me, I'm pretty sure there's no difference between you, United, and Liverpool. Everybody who finished below City, you're all losers. You were just the first loser. But at the end of the day, Arsenal fans still have this hype that their team is better than everybody, their players is better than everybody. How dare you? How dare you for tomorrow's game? You put a combined 11 with 8. I'm gonna do a combined 11, a proper one, without no delusion. Arsenal fans, tell me if you're watching this. Tell me why there's 8 players from Arsenal in that starting 11 that's playing tomorrow. Okay, guys, the title of this is Why I Don't Fear Arsenal. Let me tell you this straightforward. Exhibit A. I came here with facts. I'm not going to just yap. So I came here with facts. Because obviously some of you people are like, oh, this guy's just yapping. There you go. This picture here, I don't even to say much. That's your captain, isn't it? Hold that. So I am being told by the media that Arsenal are dangerous and we have to fear them just because City don't have Rodri in midfield. Look, I admit it. Rodri is a big piece of this Man City team. But trust me, if you search in these results, Rodri sometimes wasn't there. There's a game we played you with Gundo on a CDM and we still made you hold the L. Arsenal fans, you belong to us. Your team belongs to us. Your team and organization are trying to model themselves after us. Where's your UCL? Where's your treble? Arsenal fans, where's your UCL? Where is your UCL? Tell me where. When you tell me where your UCL is, I will talk to you. So number one, why I don't fear Arsenal is look at this picture. I will have few seconds of a minute of silence for you to study this picture. If I supported my club and Clinical, do you want to come on, Clinical? Maybe I'm wrong for this. Clinical, whoever wants to come on, get on. Even if you're Arsenal fan, get on if you want to get on. People are telling me to fear Arsenal. To fear Arsenal. They say I should fear them, that it's dangerous to go to the Emirates. Look at these results. Yes, you won the plate and then you took pictures with your dog. But who cares? It was just a plate. Even on that picture, the dog was embarrassed to be sitting next to the Kalabaka or to the charity shield. The dog was embarrassed. The dog was, you could see the dog's face. I don't know. Do I have the dog's picture? Let me look for that. Do I have the Arsenal dog picture? Maybe I do. Wait a minute. Let me see. Let's see. Do I have Arsenal the picture with the dog? I don't know if I do. I'm gonna have to check. Let me check. If I can find it. Arsenal team picture, team photo. Because I'm telling you, that dog was embarrassed. That dog was embarrassed. I saw that dog's face, and that dog was embarrassed. I would be embarrassed too. Is there one with the dog? Where is the one with the dog? Come on. Let's find one with the dog, man. Let's find one with the dog. Let me just write dog. Yeah, let's write the dog. Hey, let me show you. The dog was embarrassed. The dog was embarrassed during this picture. The dog was like, man, why? Huh? Why? My friends see me taking this picture. My friends will see me taking this picture with taking this picture with this plate. This man promised this dog a Premier League, man. Huh? These Arsenal players, they promised this dog a Premier League, but they decided to take this dog, to take a picture with this dog. Let me see if the picture loaded. You're lucky if this picture doesn't load. But this dog was fighting for his life. Let me see. Where is the dog? There it is. Man, even you look at that. Let me take a picture. Let me open this up. And I want you to tell me. I'm not just clowning Arsenal as a fan base or Arsenal as a football club. I'm gonna show this picture, right? So, guys, Arsenal decided to take a photo with a dog called Win. I think the dog's name is Win. And I'm pretty sure when this dog came into the picture, like if you talk about like last season, right? When this dog was bought, I think that I saw a picture. They were at top of the table, so they promised this dog. I'm pretty sure this dog joined Arsenal thinking they're going to win the Prem, and this dog was forced. And I don't know if if there's human dog rights for the dog that like that. We can report them to somebody. Please, guys, let me know if there is somebody we can report this to. So because Arsenal Arsenal decided to force this dog into. They decided to force this dog into taking a picture. So wait, let me see if I can share this. There we go. Yeah. I have it now. I have it. So you guys think I'm bantering? Do you remember the dog I was talking about? Right? I was talking about Arsenal. People say we have to take this club seriously. The dog itself doesn't even take the club seriously. I want you to zoom in into the dog and look at the dog's face. This is Arsenal. This is the guys we're playing tomorrow who say we should be scared of them. Look at the dog's face. Does that dog look like he's happy to be there? They promised this dog a Premier League. They brought a plate, a charity shield. Look at the dog's face. Does that look like a dog that's happy to be there? Look at, even Partey knows that, man, I feel embarrassed for this dog. Declan Rice is just excited to be there because he's never been at a big club. But anyway, look at that dog's face. Look at that dog. That dog's name is Win, but that dog's face, he knows we lost here, and I feel sorry for the dog. And I'm pretty sure if I had links to that dog, I could have sent that dog a link to this stream, so this dog can also come on and let us know. Guys, if anybody knows this dog, if your dog knows this dog, please send word to this dog that I would like to talk to them to come to the True City Fan channel, where opinions matter. Let me put that brand on here, so maybe the dog is watching. Dog, this is where opinions matter. You can come on, dog. Win, you can come on and we can speak to you, and you can let us know if you wanted to be part of this picture. So anyway, let's move. So I didn't want to do this video, and I am respectful. I was respectful to Arsenal. Even last season, I was saying, this team, man, fair play, Arteta, what you've done. I was happy that these guys are doing so well. I was happy. Let me share this. Let me share this. Let me share this with you. Let me share this with you. Bear for a minute. Let me share this with you. I think this is what the dog said. I think when Arteta asked the dog to say, can you come through? I think this was the dog's reaction when Arteta said, man, we're going to take a picture today. I'll send you a link, Carl. I don't know, Carl. The link is in the group. Go to the group, the WhatsApp group. The link is there. Scroll in the group. Anyway, let's be serious for a minute. I'll take all that. Let me be serious for a minute. I'll read the comments first. Let me read the comments as I wait for Carl to join us. I'll read the comments. I will read the comments. I don't want to let the comments. And don't forget, we're going to do a combined 11 for Man City versus Arsenal. But as I said, the title is Why I Don't Fear Arsenal. I've already given you a few reasons. Why would you fear a team that forces a dog? Forces a dog to take a picture. And why would you take a picture with the dog? Like, seriously, are you trying to scare us? We ain't scared, bro. We ain't scared. Arteta, we're not scared. We're not scared. Look, as I said from the beginning, I never really wanted to do this video, but I have been seeing a lot of nonsense on the internet. Even some City fans, some of the things you're posting are nonsense. How can you doubt a team that won a treble? Especially Arsenal fans, how dare you put a starting 11 with 8 players? How dare you say you're going to beat us 4-1 tomorrow? 3-1 tomorrow. You're going to beat Man City. 3-1 tomorrow. As I said, he that beats the drum for the madman to dance is no better than the madman himself.
Good evening, Patrick.
Yeah, good evening, Carl. Good evening, Carl.
You know the funny thing about the funny thing about this is, even if Arsenal win 10-0 tomorrow, they're not winning the league. Even if Arsenal win 10-0 tomorrow, they're not touching that trophy at the end of the season. They're not. They're not.
Yeah, but where are they getting the courage from, Carl? Because let me show you. Let me show you this, Carl.
They do this every year, Patrick. They do this every single year.
Let me show you this, Carl. If you were a City fan like you myself, both of us are City fans. If somebody showed you this, would you be talking with too much chest?
Yeah, we all know now. I mean, it's not a question of we know. I mean, the case is clear. It's clear now.
Can I ask you something, Carl? Is there any fear in you on this useless Arsenal team?
Zero. Nothing. Zero. And it's not about winning or losing tomorrow. It's about, I know they're not winning the league. They just won't win the league. It's impossible. Not with the Liverpool that we have running right now. And when City get all the players back, De Bruyne, all these guys back, they're not winning the league. They're not winning the Champions League. Oh, they may get a Carabao Cup, maybe an FA Cup. Okay. But not the Premier League. They don't have the DNA to win. They get.
That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing. They forget that even last season they never won anything.
Sorry, Patrick. They don't have the DNA to get to 95 points to win the league. It's not there. You can't manufacture that stuff now. You've never been there before. You don't know what it's like to win 15 games on the bounce, not dropping 1 point, to go to Anfield and try to squeeze out a 2-2 draw under pressure with one of the best Liverpool sides of all time. They ain't been there before. They don't won a domestic quadruple before now. They never won the Champions League. They never won a treble. So even if they win 10-0 tomorrow, they ain't winning jack. Not winning anything. Saka, Martinelli, are going to win the league? Martinelli's going to win the league over Klopp and Guardiola? It's not happening. It's just not. It's just not even my realms of imagination. The managers are better. The Klopp and Guardiola are better. The players we have are better. They're rooted. They have the pedigree of knowing how to go to 95, 98, 99, 100 points. Not some Johnny just come that struggled to make 82 points last season in the best ever finish in the past 10 years. What are we talking about?
It was that best season, isn't it? Wasn't that that best season ever? And they still didn't win any trophy. Look, let me even say they didn't win a FA Cup. Even Man United managed to win a Carabao Cup in that pathetic form.
And then some City fans will be shaking in their boots. Oh, wake up, you! What are you clowning around? What are we talking about?
I know.
You just won a bloody treble. You're European champions. You're shaking for an Arsenal team that won nothing. You're shaking for them. They win tomorrow. Guess what? Okay. They go 2 points ahead. We have another 30 games to play, and you're shaking your boots.
Nah, they're not gonna win. They're holding the L tomorrow. These guys, I'm telling you, Carl.
I don't like.
Let me explain to you, Carl. Do you know sometimes things are mentality? It's a mentality thing. You know that, Carl. Sometimes some
mentality.
Some teams just own you. It's life, Carl. You know, in football, sometimes some teams just own you. We own these guys. We own them. I'm telling you.
The reality is, here's the reality, right? I mean, the reality is, in terms of quality, in terms of winning, in terms of pedigree, in terms of experience, Arteta's not Guardiola's mate at all. At all. Even when we didn't play well in the Community Shield, you're lucky to get a last-minute deflected goal, just take the penalties, and you're shouting about that. That's the best ever result in the past 10 years. And I should be shaking for you. I'm going to sit down there, these guys, man. Seriously. And Street fans, you should be ashamed of yourself. You guys are afraid of. You should be ashamed of yourself. Have some shame. European champions. You think Real Madrid will be shaking for Arsenal? You think Madrid will be shaking for Arsenal if they're playing them? And you are shaking like a leaf? Why? Because they got Declan Rice. Because they have Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko, who we let go because they weren't good enough for us. What kind of mentality is this, for crying out loud? I don't understand. Kilo de story alone. Hey? Weak-ass mentality. Always afraid of everything. You're champions of Europe. You didn't get there by accident. You beat Bayern Munich, Real Madrid to get there. Wake up.
Yeah, man, I'm not afraid of this team. Anyway, what about Clinical? Is like why I don't fear Arsenal is the title of this video. Do you fear this Arsenal team? Because I don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
First of all, evening guys, and evening everybody in the chat. just look at last season, like Carl was just saying earlier. Last season when they had their best ever season in the last 10 years, we beat them 3 times for the year, including at the Emirates when they were coming with all the smoke. We're coming to flip the previous poor results that they had against us, and we completely owned them in their stadium. The one goal that they did get in the game was a consolation goal from a controversial decision, which I still don't think that was a penalty, but again, it wasn't enough to affect the score of the game, because outside of that, they didn't really offer anything for us to feel worried about. They dominated the possession, and still, with less possession than them, we scored 3 goals, and it was never anything I was worried about, even from the beginning going into the game. And I don't know, man, this Arsenal team, even this season, coming off of last season where we didn't expect them to play that well throughout the majority of the year, this season they came in and they've looked worse, in my opinion, less convincing. They have some games where they have a lot more control, but if I'm comparing their start last year to what I've seen from them now, I am definitely not worried. And my challenge for Arsenal fans this year was always, with the uprising of Liverpool, keep ahead of them. And then, if you can do that until the end of January, then I'm looking at them like, okay, cool. With a Liverpool team that I'm expecting to challenge us, you can make that a 3-horse race come the business end of the season. I don't even think they'll be able to do that as of right now. So to answer your question, no, I'm not worried about this Arsenal team still. I still think we'll get the job done tomorrow in our second home stadium.
That's the whole thing. And I don't know where, let me just go to the comments. I don't know where they're getting kissed from, but that's the whole thing. Okay, so here is Patrick wants all the smoke. Yeah, man, I want all the smoke. I'm tired. Clinical, I have spent all day trying to support fellow content creators, and the amount of nonsense, Clinical, that's been said by people on channels. People on channels are saying tomorrow is the day Arsenal humble Man City. Humble us from where? These guys have never humbled us even once. We are playing our second home tomorrow. You're right, Clinical. I think that place belongs to us. Arsenal fans aren't interested in rivalry with City, bro. This is embarrassing. We're not rivals. We're not. Kyle, do you take Arsenal as your rivals? I don't know what we're not rivals. I'm sorry, we're not. We don't take you as you're not a threat. First of all, and I'm not trying to be bad, but Arsenal is not a threat. The only threat I know is Liverpool till the date of today. The only threat I know in the Champions League is Liverpool. I know if Liverpool were to get confidence in the Champions League, everybody's in trouble, regardless how bad they are sometimes. Arteta wants to play mind games, but Pep won't fall for those. Arteta's mind games are mid. We knew that Saka is going to play. Don't lie to us. Even if Saka plays, you still hot L's. There's no rivalry. We own Arsenal Football Club. Thank you very much for telling them. Arsenal Football Club belongs to City. Carl, let me ask you, Carl, because somebody says here that Arsenal don't want a rivalry with City. I don't know what they mean by rivalry, because when it's a rival, isn't it somebody who you fear?
I mean, listen. Let's be clear. Again, I look. Yes, they're a good club. They're doing some great things. They're working very hard. I get that, and that's good on them. They have Arteta, good young manager, etc. But in the long, the league is not a cup competition. The league is 38 games in which you have to play home and away. You have to fight back. You have to plan. You have to, they're just not at the same level as the club. They're not. I mean, I want to explain. If this was Real Madrid playing Arsenal, do you think they'd be shaking for them? So why the champions of Europe, who beat Madrid, a couple of times? I don't, if Bayern Munich were playing Arsenal, you think they'll be shaking for them? What is this? We look at ourselves sometimes with small eyes, and it really, really annoys me. We look at ourselves with small eyes after all the work that Guardiola has done over the years, what he's proven to do, win the Premier League back to back to back for 5 out of the 6 years, Champions League treble, FA Cup, Carabao Cup 4 times on the bounce, and yet you're shaking for a club that hasn't won a Premier League in 20-something years. Because all of a sudden they say they ran us close. The only reason why it looked close was because we stepped off the gas after we won the league with like 3 or 4 or 5 games to go. If we had put the pressure on like that, I would have been 10 or 15 points ahead. Let's be clear. The Brentford game would have won that game. The Brighton game would have won that game. That's what, that's an extra 4 points there. That makes a 10 points gap. Clean. We need to have some context. I'm not saying that we may win tomorrow. We may not win tomorrow, but in the long run of things, they're not our mates. They're not our rivals. Even Wolves beat us. Yeah, Wolves are our mates. No. Yeah. The team that I know can take all the way to the end is only one team right now in the league, and that's Liverpool. There is no other team that can take us all the way.
Yeah,
there's none.
No, yeah.
When Liverpool are playing,
majority of it is just nonsense.
Liverpool are playing 9 men against Tottenham, and it was 2-2. They couldn't break them down. If not for one last minute lack of concentration, they draw that game. If that goal from Diaz goes in, they win that game. Liverpool went to Newcastle and won the game with 10 men. They're telling me I should be afraid of Arsenal. No, I'm sorry, Patrick. I'm just not. No.
Guys, there's a comment here by Clove G. It says, "Big up, guys. Great show. Big up to you, and thank you for the 199 super chat. Thank you very much." Let me go back to these comments because some of these comments are exciting. Big up, Patrick says, "Big up to you, brother. Big up to you. Good evening. Big up to you. You don't want peace. The dog win. Yeah, the dog's name is Win. I know that, but they still lose all the time. He doesn't want to be there. The dog didn't want to be there. I showed the picture of the dog earlier on. I've even written a message on Twitter. I'm serious, guys. Somebody knows how to reach this dog. Please let this dog know he can come on my channel for an interview. I'd like to interview this dog. So bring bring this dog. The dog is a City fan. I know he is. Okay, big up to you. Patrick is on demon time. No, we're not. I'm just tired of what I've been seeing the whole day today. We will kill them, boys, 100%. City fans hiding behind Liverpool this season. Pathetic. We're not hiding behind Liverpool. Arsenal must win tomorrow. We don't have to. We have nothing to prove. They will not win the league. They will not win anything. Arsenal, you must. Let's slap them. I hope we slap them. Terry from Football Terrence loves happy in Arsenal and Chelsea. He does love Arsenal. He kisses Arsenal. I like Terry, but last season Terry was kissing Arsenal. Big up to the man. Big up to you. Arsenal are babies. They are babies, and our fan base is delusional. We need to act like big boss we are. Stop thinking about this team that cries with a fog on the pitch. All I want to see is Bernard playing in midfield. Pat backing up the wrong tree. No, I'm not backing up the wrong tree. I'm just saying this Arsenal team and Arsenal fans should stop hyping that team as if that team has done anything. Hashtag rescue dog win. That's a good one. Hashtag rescue dog win. So clinical. Let's go serious for a minute because I did a preview, but you were not here. So I'm gonna go serious for a minute. So how do you see tomorrow's game going? Where would you like see? Who would you like to see play, and who would you like us? How do you like us to play against this dusted club called Arsenal?
So I was looking at basically how Arteta chose to set up the Arsenal team the last time we came to the Emirates, in which he wanted to take possession of the game. He played Zinchenko so he could tuck into that midfield area for extra dominance on the ball and basically try to break us down and create as much chances as possible. But in this particular game, with Shaka is not there, he for me having Havertz in that position is a downgrade. Partey is just coming back from injury. There is also the potential that he tries that midfield that all the Arsenal fans have been hoping to see all season with Partey next to Rice. But based on what I've seen this season, I just have a strong feeling that Arteta is still going to try to force Havertz into the team. If he does play that midfield, then I think Havertz will play up top, in which again I'm even less worried about that than if he does go with Jesus up top. But it's really a lot of key matchups that I'm looking at. I'm hoping that we go with Jack Grealish on the left and Jeremy Doku on the right, so we have that bit of extra control and help out. Well, I would say help out on that left hand side, but Saka, even if he does play, he won't be fully fit, will he? So I think it's a mistake if they do try to force him to play anyway. I think they should just let the man rest. I was watching that Champions League game when I saw him come off in the 30th minute. I don't think it's the right move to try to force him in to start the game and play like even 60 minutes. At best, I think they should be hoping that he can come on late and try to impact the game late. But hopefully we get to see that Doku versus Zinchenko on the right hand side. That's what I'm hoping for. That's my main highlight of the game. But regardless of whatever it is, I do trust Pep to win that tactical battle against Arteta. Arteta hasn't bested him once. And the two closest games you could say are that FA Cup game, in which there's a lot of context to go into why that game was so close, it's scoreline wise, and the 2-1 game in January of last year when we scored that late goal with Rodri, in which they haven't brought the game close since then, and we've had a fair few games in between those. So, like I said, I think this should be something we go out there. Obviously, we're coming into this game off the back of a win midweek. They're coming in off the back of a loss. They're looking at the massive record that we have against them that you put up on the screen earlier. So yeah, I'm going into this game with all the confidence, as I think all City fans should be, and I do think that Arsenal fans are more scared than they are willing to admit. So yeah.
Yeah, when somebody is afraid, that's why you come with pathetic statements like, "Oh, City are gonna hold 4-1 at the Emirates, which is our second home," as you say. Because trust me, if somebody sent me a screenshot of those results that we had against Arsenal, I would never be speaking. Chris Smith says your boys. Adam says your boys. How you been? Big up to you. As I said, thank you again, Crov G, for the €1.99 super chat. Big up to you. Big up to you. Big up to you. We appreciate it. So, guys, again, I'm going to read this. As we say in Africa, he that beats the drum for the madman to dance is no better than the madman himself. So we're gonna stop beating the drum for this dusted the team that has never won a UCL. This dusted team. Let me see here. Evening, Patrick. What's your score prediction for tomorrow's game? Kao and I did a video this morning where we talked more about the game, isn't it, Kao? And Kao went for a 4-2. Kao was going to a game. Big up to Kao for waking up at 6 a.m. I respect this guy, Carl, because he even wakes up for games sometimes at odd hours. So I don't know how you do it, Carl, but big up to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, much respect, man, Carl. Ever since the first time I've met Carl, he always shows up here, regardless, whatever time it is, what day it is. He will always show up as long as you tell him. He's shown up while he's in meetings. He's shown up while he's driving kids to school. He's shown up while he's coaching. He's been on the coaching ground before and still showing up on this. So big up to you and much respect. And much respect to all the guys who are always on the panel. Clinical, much respect to you. Guys, subscribe to Clinical's channel. He's doing great things. One of the new city content creators, but he's doing well. So big up to him. So even subscribe to Pitch Points. So guys, look, help these guys, man. Help them get to better heights because these guys are doing very well. I'm just going to extend the Clinical's channel. That's Clinical, the Jamaican citizen. Go to his channel, subscribe, guys. Get him to 1K. Get Pitch Points to 1K. And you guys can get me to 3 million by the end of the year. I'll appreciate it. Let me read these comments. Cow comes the waters. He always does. I'm just the last one. If I join the show, some people will end up crying. Go away, you go away. We want to see. You've been banned from the show for a week until we play after the Arsenal game. You've been banned. So tomorrow, guys, the game at in England is going to be, or England or Ireland is going to be at 4 p.m., 5-ish p.m. What about Clinic? What about where you are? What time is the game going to be?
I think it's gonna be the 9 a.m. It's the early game tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be 9 a.m. then.
So it's gonna be at 9 a.m.
Oh, actually, no. It's 11:30. It's not the early game. So it's gonna be 11:30. I think that's a good time for me, and I'll be able to watch the other games as well. So if it was today as the early game, then it would have been 7:30 a.m. That's usually the terrible times I usually have to get up. But yeah, like you said earlier, big up to Pitch Points and yourself as well. There's a lot of hard work going in.
I know you also putting in hard work. I have seen you on the grind, and you're doing so well, man. And your channel is doing wonders. I enjoyed your what you call again, your interview with
Big Steve.
With Big Steve. Yeah, very good interview. Very
it was
good.
amazing chat.
Respect to Big Steve, for coming on, and I respect that, because there's some people who, when you invite them, because maybe sometimes they're huge, they never show up. But big up to him, man. Very humble guy.
Yeah.
I like the interview.
Yeah, 100%. All the respect to Big Steve. And yeah, there have been a tons of times, you reach out to people and you don't even get a reply at all. So it's like that sometimes. But yeah, I love how most of the times all the Blues, it's stick together mentality, like we spoke about after the Chargers, and Pep galvanized the whole team. So yeah, love how all the Blues roll together, man.
Nah, big up. Kao is also a big fan of Big Steve and respects him highly. Kao, did you see the interview?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Make sure you send me the link. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, I like Big Steve a lot. I do like him a lot. I like a lot of our channel. There are a few people I don't particularly like, and that's fair. We don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, and I don't respect them. But many people I respect. So yeah, and I am what I'm who I am, Patrick. Either like me or you don't like me. It's very simple, but I'm not going to change for anyone.
It is what it is. You know what? Like, yeah. I used to try to be nice to everybody, but I've noticed even if you're nice, people never accept it. So then they see that you like me or don't like me. Tapiwa, big up to you, my brother. He says 8:30 in Vancouver, so 12 a.m. So a.m. Wow, big up to you, man. Jack will get a hat trick tomorrow.
Hey, listen, Patrick, tomorrow I'm the first one's going to pop a bottle of champagne. You know why? Because that's exactly what I want him to do. Stop faffing around with the ball in the final third and deliver. That's all I want.
Yeah.
People think
Clinical
I don't hate the guy. I've said before, Patrick, I don't know the guy. How can I hate the guy I don't know? But what I
You're
do,
gonna
what
hate a guy. You're gonna hate a guy you don't know. Yeah.
yeah,
Clinical coming down the Grealish versus Dog fence in your fan base. Nah. Clinical is a come voice. It's a come voice. There's no Dog versus Grealish. That fight is unfair. Anyway, guys, that's the video. That's the video. All I'm saying to Arsenal fans, all the Arsenal fans, I'm not gonna drop your names. Please stop being delusional. Delusion is a disease. Let's not do this. Let's be a bit mature. Let's be very mature. You have never won a UCL. You've never won a treble. At this point in time, City owns you. We own you. We choose when to throw you a bone. We threw you Zinchenko and Jesus because we were bored. Pep was bored. He trained Arteta for you guys. Not only did he train Arteta, he gave him the tools, Zinchenko and Jesus, to bring a bit of inspiration to your dead club. Because he felt bad for Arteta because the club was dusted and it was comedy. I remember, Clinical, I don't know about you and Carl. I used to watch AFTV and it was just funny. It was just funny. It was just looking at Arsenal fans fighting against each other, calling out Wenger, who was one of their best managers. It was funny, but I think Pep felt bad, Carl, decided not only to train Arteta, to send him to Arsenal, but he was also so bored. He said, let me give them Jesus and Zinchenko to inspire them. I need a bit of a fight. And Pep left them. He purposely was putting those funny lineups last season, Clinical and Adam and Carl, to just mess around with Arsenal. But when he saw, I think they're getting big-headed, boom, he went serious. So we welcome our very controversial co-host, Adam. So Adam, what do you have to say? We're about to close the show. Do you fear Arsenal?
Patrick, what a silly question to ask me.
Yeah, but do you fear them? Because I saw you were crying online.
Absolutely not. For me, that's what I say. Whenever we play Arsenal, I look forward to my annual 6 points against them. My 3 points at the Emirates and my 3 points at the Etihad. That's my annual 6 points.
So why are Arsenal fans having chest then? Why do I see combined 11 with 8 Arsenal players?
Patrick, what do you expect from retards?
Don't use that word. This is why you get cancelled, Adam. And by the way, Adam, I blame you. Do you know, Carl, the last video cannot be monetized because of Adam?
Oh, which one?
Adam, you made me lose money. I need back my money. You don't have to cut my check. The one Adam came on and Clinical. This man made me lose money. YouTube says advertisement companies.
A certain video before this one that upset some people and that labeled me as a then try somehow to deny it and say, oh, he got hacked.
So Adam's speech.
It's okay.
Speech was
I remember that video.
Very aggressive.
It's okay. Just don't worry.
Anyway, speak on Arsenal. Speak on Arsenal.
I'm not gonna waste my time on let's just say brain dead people, but I'm confident against Arsenal. I'm confident we'll get the 3 points.
What's your scoreline? Because you were not here previously in the morning when we were doing the scoreline. What's your scoreline?
Normally I go for say 3-1. I think it could be I don't know, for some reason something's telling me like 2-1 City. I could see Arsenal scoring first, like a goal first. But the reason why I say them first, I don't know if potentially say Saka's stuff. I could see Saka scoring. Yeah. And then I could see us coming back and winning the game. But I don't fear Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is useless. He's not been the same since that Champions League goal that he scored against us, which was Zinchenko's fault.
Kai Havertz has never done anything in this world. Go ahead, Klingo.
I was just saying 65 million down the drain.
It is, man. I personally think they should have used that money to buy a more serious striker, because Jesus is not a serious striker, in my opinion. That's not a serious striker. I'm telling you, that's not a striker. Like I was telling Arsenal fans, that's not a striker you sit and think that
Patrick,
we're going to win
I
the
can
Prem.
make an argument. Who on which striker in the market is worth 65 million?
I just think they could
Other
have,
than
like, at the end of the day, like, I
possibly,
think they could
look,
have bid for somebody who at least can
look,
be a
even
good
though the
bridge.
only player I could say that they could say they could have said targeted was say before say he even did his stupidity, his betting thing was Ivan Toney. And even then, I wouldn't say Ivan Toney is worth say 65 million. At most, say 45 or even 50 million for Ivan Toney.
Yeah, man. Do you see this, Adam? Adam, if, I don't want, to. Before I close this show, Adam, if you look at that dog's face, do you think that dog wanted to be there?
No comment. And let me just say that because if
No,
I
be
say
honest.
something,
Even Patty's face. Look at Patty. Patty was like, I feel
I
sorry for
see it.
this. Eh? I'm telling you,
I
this.
see it.
If you look at that dog's face, clinical. Maybe I'm asking clinical. If you look at that dog face, do you think that dog wanted to be there?
And
Hmm?
it doesn't make it any better. They put him right next to the community shield. He must be so embarrassed, man.
Carl, do teams do this? I know we took a picture of the community shield, but we didn't take it only with the community shield. We did with all of them. Like, what's this, Carl?
I
Like, okay, what is this meant to be?
well,
Because you know,
he calls it the title. That's what he calls it. You know,
is
you
that
only
what he
call it,
said?
yeah. That's what he calls. You only calls it.
Patrick, it's like
You only
Patrick,
calls it.
it's like
Hold on, Adam.
imagine it's like what's
Uh,
imagine it's like Jurgen Klopp. Imagine he wins the Champions League and then you see him bringing a cat in the team photo.
that's not the point, though, Adam. Adam, let's be clear, right? You only call this a title if you won nothing all season.
Thank you.
Let's be clear. Okay, let's say they win the Premier League and the Champions League. You think they're going to stick a Community Shield there? Maybe they will, right? But do you think City will? City only win the Community Shield all season. You think they're going to stick it there?
I think you can't. If City did this, I'll be embarrassed. If we won a community shield only, and then we when we're taking the picture, we post it. I would write to City. I would write a letter. This is embarrassing. I'm telling you, look at that dog's face. That's why I told people on Twitter, if anybody knows this dog, if your dog knows this dog, if your cat knows this dog, let them tell the dog to reach out to me. I would like to do an interview with this dog because apparently the name of this dog cow is Win. You know that cow? The dog's name is Win.
What's the name?
Arsenal, Arsenal, I try my best to take your club seriously. Yeah, the dog's name is Win. You didn't know that?
It's win.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That just proves the point again. Like they're just trying to give themselves as much hope as possible that they can do something. But back to your point again, Patrick, you mentioned Jesus, or maybe it was Adam that mentioned Jesus.
No,
You
he mentioned
realize
Jesus. I was like, he's not a serious striker.
my prediction is 3-1, right? I agree with what Adam said. I think it could be that type of game that they might get something out of it and get a goal. But nobody who has predicted an Arsenal goal has said Jesus is gonna score. Nobody, because we know I don't think he's gonna turn up against us. He's
Isn't that
probably
funny
gonna
though?
drop
Isn't
deep
that
and
funny
look good
though?
in moments, but
But
Clinical, sorry, you just hit it
Clinical,
on the
sorry
point.
to cut you off. You know why I said Arsenal will score a goal is because the first that I see in that Arsenal side, yeah. I know you guys will probably disagree with me.
Patrick, I'll
Yeah,
be back.
one of them
I'll be back.
Yeah, go ahead.
is Trossard. Trossard also plays very well against us, especially when he was even at Brighton and at Arsenal. So
yeah,
he's a big threat. He's a big threat for Arsenal as well.
I
And as
predicted
well as
Trossard to score, actually.
Saka. And the other one is Martinelli, but I think he's injured, so I
Yeah.
don't know how
No,
Saka's
Martinelli's
gonna be.
injury is serious. He's not showing
Yeah,
up. Go ahead,
but
Clinical, finish up.
Yeah,
third.
Trossard is actually the one that I predicted to score against us if they do get a goal out of it.
Yeah,
Because even when
I
he was
fear
at
him. I
Brighton,
fear him. I fear
yeah,
him.
even when he was at Brighton, he was stepping up. And I don't remember the last guy who scored a hat trick at Anfield against Liverpool. Like he's a serious player, man. He's one that gets up for the big games, and I don't think that he's going to be one to shy away from this fixture, even in the
No, he's
Community
not. He's
Shield.
not. He's not.
They only got back into the game because of him. He's the one who stepped up in that moment. And before you close off, I do also want to say big up to Tapiwa M because he was in my stream that day and he was just showing me some support in there. So big up to you.
Nah,
Patrick,
Tapio
did
is
you
a real
do
one, man.
the
He's been showing me
before we
support
go,
since
Patrick?
day one. Go ahead.
Did you do the lineup?
Well, I did okay. I did the lineup for I did the lineup, but look, okay, guys. Since we're here,
But
let,
who did you play? Who did you play on the left?
you know what you know what Clinico and I know we're City fans, but I just ask you guys to be fair. Clinico, Adam, I rate you guys. You guys are fair. We yes, we comedy, we banter, but let's just do a combined 11. Since I said the only reason why I came here is because I saw stupid combined 11s. What I'm going to do, Clinico and Adam, we're going to do a combined 11 of City and Arsenal, and we are going to try to be fair. isn't it? Let's be fair. So here are the rules, guys. We're not gonna go for
I
injured
have
players.
only one Arsenal. Patrick, in my one, I'm only having one Arsenal player, and that's Saliba.
Yeah, but we're gonna negotiate. There's three of us. So Clinical and Adam, let's be fair. We're gonna use players that are fit and that can play tomorrow. Let's not go picking De Bruyne or picking John Stones. John Stones, as I
Okay.
said, is not fit, isn't it? So we're gonna leave that.
Yeah.
Saka, Martinelli. Saka is playing tomorrow because they have already revealed the secret that it was all a lie, that he is fit, even though I know Clinical, he's not 100%, but they're gonna play him. You know, Clinical, they force Saka all the time because that's the only
But Patrick,
dangerous
but
player.
Patrick,
Unfortunate.
but Patrick, wouldn't that be stupid? You know
Yeah, we
that the
don't.
guys.
We don't. Yeah, Clinical said at the beginning that it's sad to see that he gets forced to play. They will finish his career fast. Okay, so let's do this fast. In goal, there's no debate because if Ramsdale last season people are saying he's better than Ederson, how come Ramsdale has been taken over? Isn't it Clinical? Let's
Yeah,
be
no,
fair.
I wouldn't even make an. I would make an argument for Ramsdale, but no, I'm going Ederson.
Yeah,
Ederson
cool.
was great last season.
Center backs, I would give them Saliba. Am I wrong to give them?
Yes,
Saliba.
I'll give them Saliba.
Yeah. Then
Saliba Diaz.
Clinical, would you go Diaz or Akanji or who?
I'll put
You know what?
Diaz, and then
Yes,
left back I'll put Cavadio.
Okay. Not Zinchenko.
Nah, man, Zinchenko's useless.
Right back Ben White.
Absolutely not. Kyle Walker.
Oh yeah. I have to agree with that. Kyle Walker this season, man, definitely
Patrick, I
stepping up.
told you this. Patrick, I told you there's only possibly say two players
Yeah, that's
in
why
the
I'm going to
Arsenal
cut
side.
you off in the point in time. CDM, right now, I
Ro-
think Rice. I'm sorry because we don't have any.
Yeah, I'll give them Rice there.
I'll give you that.
Okay, so the central midfield. Central midfield. You guys talk.
One of them has to be Bernardo.
I was thinking one of them has to be Phil Foden.
And you know who the other person could be? Alvarez.
That's true. That's facts.
Would you
I don't know. Hasn't Bernardo missed a lot of games this season?
I think so. He's missed it. I think he's missed a few, maybe two or three, just two or something like that, or three.
Look, yeah, but that's the thing. As much as we rate Bernardo, but he's not. He's how has Odegaard been? Let's be honest on the real. But somebody said you'd give Odegaard on a push. Yeah.
Odegaard has been decent, but I would say
Do you want me to be? Do you want me to be
Yeah.
real? Let me be real with you. I would put Odegaard and Alvarez if we're being real. If we're not
Yeah,
being,
then that's fair enough.
yeah, because I don't want like at the Clinical. I don't know if you agree with me. I know overall Bernardo is a better player, but as Clinical said, Bernardo hasn't. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't played that much.
Honestly,
So-
if I'm being completely honest with you, if it's last season or based mainly off last season, I would say Erdegaard. But from what I've seen this season, I don't think he's been that great. I think he's
So
just
who
been good.
goes in that midfield?
I would put Foden before Erdegaard. That's just me though. I would put
good.
probably Foden
I'm
ahead
with
of
you.
Bernardo as well.
I'm gonna go with you. There we go. I'm gonna go with you. So
Can I do left wing, please?
no, do right wing. I dare you.
Let me do left. Because it's going to be controversial. People ain't going to like it, but left wing, Doku.
Ah, shut up, you. Oh no, okay, left wing. I thought you said. I thought your buddy said right wing. I'm saying right wing.
Yeah, we can give them Saka.
Adam, I'm
We
waiting
know
for you.
he's
Right
going to
wing,
play
please tell
and-
me.
Yeah,
I know
you
don't
can
wanna
give them. You can give them Saka.
I know. I know you didn't want to give Saka. I know you wanted to go dig up somebody.
But the left, it has to be Doku. I'm not arguing
sure?
about that. Patrick, I'm not arguing with that.
It could have been harder. It could have been harder if Martinelli was
Martinelli,
there because
yeah.
Martinelli is always
Yeah.
good. I
Look,
give you that. But
Patrick, that's what I said. If Martinelli was not injured, it would have been two options between him and Doku.
yeah, Grandia. So it says, by the way, I'm complimenting Clinical
I'm
when
back,
I
Patrick.
refer
Sorry,
to the
I'm back.
Grealish versus Doku thing because I was laughing in his stream yesterday that competition is always good for them. The team it's good for the team. Fans always turn it tribal in the end, so we are laughing at that. It reminded me of Isco versus James debates in Madrid when people just gotta enjoy the two different styles because it's a win-win for any team. That's true. not win a lot. You laugh. They named him Win. These people are laughing. They're going to run Saka into the ground. That's true. I'll give Arsenal Saliba, Odegaard, Saka, the rest City. Maybe Rice at a push. Right now, we're giving them Rice because we're only basing it on players who are available and the fact that we don't have a CDM. Only CDM we're bringing to the fight is Phillips. Odegaard hasn't been great this season. That's why we put Foden. Grealish should play tomorrow. Yeah, man, I don't know. Anyway, so you said this side. Look. If it was Martinelli, at least this is
I mean, Patrick. I mean, again. I don't care if Grealish plays or not tomorrow.
He just has to perform. That's all I care about.
Anyway, Carl, our combined 11 is that we have just put few factors, but Carl, on the striker, we all voted in Ketia. Carl, are you there? Carl must be pissed off wherever he is. So we voted in Ketia. What about yourself, Clinical? Do you think we should put in Ketia or Jesus?
Kai Havertz.
I was actually honestly I was gonna say Kai Havertz. I think remember that Community Shield performance he had? He was great, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think if we are being serious, that's the team, and if we're being fair, and we've been fair here, that's the team. That is the team. That if you put a combined 11, but other combined 11s is eight Arsenal players. I think that's a fair team. Saka has been performing. We don't have a CDM, so Rice. Alvarez cannot be dropped. Foden has been performing better than Odegaard this season. If you talk about Saliba, yes, he's been very consistent. The fact that John Stones is not there, that's the reason why we've ended up with Saliba. If John Stones was there, Saliba would be there. Akanji and Aki have iffy games, so we cannot really put them there. So Josko is there. Edison, even though Arsenal fans were trying to hype Ramsdale last season, I repeat, if Ramsdale is that good, why is he the second string keeper this season? Why is he second? Cow, is he still? Are you still with us? Is Cow still with us? He's gone again? Cow is gone, isn't it?
I don't think so, but you know what it is? I think it was expected. It was inevitable that Arteta was going to get a goalkeeper because look, you can see other managers like where he looks at Liverpool. Liverpool have Alisson. He looks at City. They got Edison. That are good with their feet.
His guy though. Ramsdale's his guy.
No, but Ramsdale. I'm sorry, Patrick, but Ramsdale is awful with his feet. He's not like say compared to say what's his name? Raya. Raya's a lot better than him when it comes to say with his feet playing out from the back. And distribution wise, I think Raya's a lot better than him.
No, isn't Ryan better at saving? Okay, Arsenal has been starved of strikers ever since RVP. That's true. I'd rather go with no striker if you just gave Nketiah an option. I'm just joking. Anyway, that's our video, guys. We're gonna do the lineup show tomorrow before the game. Hopefully, the panel is gonna join me. But that was the video, guys. Why I don't fear Arsenal. At the end of the day, as I said, these guys, there's nothing to fear. At the end of the day, this season they're gonna end up with no trophy again. They're just going to be arguing against each other. Arteta, it's just going to be all show, all PR, hairstyle, naming dogs, winning charity shields and calling them trophies, as Carl says. But guys, big up to you. Subscribe to Clinical. Thank you very much, Clinical. Thank you very much, Adam. Subscribe to Pitch Points. Subscribe to this channel if you're new. And Arsenal fans, hold that.